Oh, man.
Yeah, oh man is right. It's time for the fucking Mass Effect 3 ending. Oh boy. Listen. I'm not gonna talk about...
My memory of this is fleeting at best.
I'm not gonna talk about anything... Oh, okay, listen. There are multiple ways that I can go about this. One of them is that you can look at the picture that I use as the go live notification for like the last 2 episodes to tell you how I feel about this ending. The other part is it's been 12 years. It's been like $100 worth of DLC, and it's been... changes have been made. I still have an opinion. I still think that my opinion is mostly unchanged, but I also don't want to, like... I don't want to go out of the gate and be like, oh man, you're gonna hate, like, temper your expectations, right? But
well, I want to let it speak for itself.
Yeah, exactly. But what I do want to... I do want to say, I currently have 2 versions of In the Hall of the Mountain King queued up and ready to go on stream, just in case one of them fails.
Oh shit. That's not supposed to happen. Excuse me for one moment.
Oh no, it's daylight savings time! Everybody's getting fucked up over daylight savings time. Also, hello and welcome, everyone. I know
it's actually daylight savings time. God damn it.
It has been a long... It's been a long road getting from there to here. We've been playing these Mass Effect games for what feels like a year, but our time is finally near. I don't know how long it's been, but it feels like it's been a while. Anyway,
it's been like maybe a couple months.
Our galactic readiness score is currently super high because we're sitting at around 92% readiness rating with all of the DLC done. So whatever version of the ending you're going to see is going to be the best possible version of the ending that we can get. So let's go ahead and launch into Priority Earth, the final mission of Mass Effect.
Oh man, this is all funny and out of order, that's right. The last thing that we did was fuck up the Elusive Man.
That's right, we've gone back in time. Last time on Mass Effect, Miranda died, Kai Lang died.
Aye, Commander.
We met a Prothean VI, and the Reapers have arrived at Earth. The Reapers have arrived everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, that happened at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, but now the Reapers have, like, fully invaded the star cluster. Like, you cannot go anywhere that's not a Reaper-occupied piece of territory on the galactic.
Are you ready to bring the might of the galaxy to bear on the Reapers?
They're all here.
Yes, sir.
Everyone is here.
Fleets are ready.
Snake, Joker, Pikachu, Edie,
Sovereign.
All fleets reporting in,
Fred Tascatore.
That's right.
Never before have so many come together from all quarters of the galaxy. But never before have we faced an enemy such as this. The Reapers will show us no mercy. We must give them no quarter. They will terrorize our populations. We must stand fast in the face of that terror.
That's right.
They will advance
You
until
just
our
smile
last
and nod,
city
boys.
falls. But we will not fall. We will prevail.
Maybe.
Each of us will be defined by our actions.
There are a couple of
coming
ways
battle.
that this ending can
Stand
go,
fast.
so maybe.
Stand strong. Stand together.
Hopefully we'll
Heck it
prevail.
Also, this theme is getting, like, dangerously close to the Uncharted
Shepard,
main theme, which is weird
the
to
sword
me.
fleets are ready to strike at the Reapers surrounding Earth.
That chord progression
While
is
they keep the enemy
very,
engaged,
very
you and
close.
Hammer ground forces can take London.
London. Why aren't we hitting the Citadel directly?
Anderson can brief you on that. Admiral, how are you holding up?
Bad.
Ready to end this. But as you can see, the station's closed itself since it appeared over London.
Damn it. Gotta get the
Oh
arms
yeah, I
open to
forgot
get the
about that.
Crucible.
Exactly.
The Citadel is
London
armed
surrounded
to
by
bear.
Hades cannons. Hammer transports can't land while they're active. You lead a squadron of smaller shuttles. Infiltrate with a ground team to take out the cannons using heavy weapons. Hammer can land, and we'll set up a forward operations base.
Out in the
I still don't see how
Seychelles
we're getting to
somewhere.
the Citadel from London.
That's
The
right.
Reapers use this beam to
Listen, we're gonna
transport
get there
humans
on
alive
foot
and dead
pretty
to the
much.
Citadel. From the FOB, Hammer will launch an all-out
Big
assault
surprise,
on the
surprise.
Citadel beam.
The
Everyone who
final,
makes it that
like,
far
push in
will
this
take the
game,
beam to the Citadel
it's
and
always gonna
locate
come down
and
to ground
activate
combat.
the Citadel arm controls.
Once we see
What do you
those
think they're gonna
arms,
make a space
your
combat
fate will
minigame?
escort the Crucible
I
to the
mean,
Citadel.
look,
But timing will be
Codename Kids
critical.
Next Door Operation
We don't
Video
have enough
Game had the good
firepower
grace to give
keep
us
the
a
Crucible
Voltron
safe
at the
for
end.
long.
And Halo Reach had a good space combat minigame that was probably the best thing about that game.
This is what we train for.
Nothing's ever easy. No reason it should start now.
It's desperate.
And you've
I
seen
don't
the
even wanna
space
guess
combat
at our odds,
minigame in Mass Effect
but-
3.
But this is the only plan we
I wouldn't-
have.
Fucking
If
terrible.
we wait, the Reapers bleed us
Calling it
slow.
combat is
Conventionally,
generous.
we
Calling it
can't
a
defeat the
minigame
Reapers
is
without the
generous.
Crucible.
Also
Get the
true.
Citadel arms open. Commander, whatever the cost, we'll do the rest.
Yes, sir.
Good luck to all of us.
Now give me a second here because I'm noticing that the quality of the stream is fluctuating a little bit. I'm gonna
Yeah,
try,
I'm also noticing that.
I'm gonna try a little something first before we get right into the meat of it.
Bum, 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 bum,
Bum, bum, bum, bum, bum, bum, bum, bum. All right, I'm gonna say we probably want to bring Garrus for our final combat mission, right?
And bring Javik.
You want to bring Javik? Okay, we'll bring Javik.
Totally.
Let's go ahead and actually, I'm weighing my options here. I'm seeing the bitrate go up and down and all around. It's literally going between 4200 and 10. So
Jeez.
I kind of want to wait for a second here.
I am wary.
I'm wary. It's like Twitch and the internet as a whole can tell what's about to occur, what's about to occurulate, and it's just like, oh, fuck. I don't know if the EA corporate overlords will be happy showcasing what we made.
But it must be seen.
It's gotta be seen. And you know what? Like, worst case scenario, I'll go back and I'll re-record the fucking episode because I've done it before and I'll do it again. Let's go ahead. Let's give it a shot. What's the worst that could happen?
What's the worst that could happen?
Alright, now first off, I don't know why it gave me that gun to start with. I'm thinking about these beans here. I don't know that I necessarily want a sniper, honestly. We've got a single shot with our new pistol, which I think I'm gonna keep. Here's my question to you. Would you rather have the Grawl spike thrower, or Krogan shotgun, or the pulse rifle? The Prothean beam particle rifle? Because I'm keeping the pistol.
What about your Widow rifle?
I don't think we... Did I have it? Did I just go right past it? For some reason, it does not appear that I have it.
I thought you got it. What happened?
I don't know. I don't know. So, again, I posit the question to you. Do you want the pulse rifle? Or do you want the Grawl spike thrower? Because it's too late to go back and fix the bugs.
Let's go with the pulse rifle.
Alright, pulse rifle it is. We paid for it, we might as well use it, right?
Have a little bit of irony, you know?
Yeah. I don't think this
Kill
thing
the
fires
big
iron.
weapon.
Yeah, yes, yeah.
That's
Yes.
irony, right?
It's
Probably.
yeah, I consider it irony. I think it would be really ironic if we were all made of iron.
This is true.
Garrus, you can have whatever you want. Javik, you can have whatever you want. I think I put like I think I maxed out like one extra stat off screen, and I don't even remember what it was because who cares?
Approaching Soul
Maybe
Relay,
it'll
Commander.
end up winning the game for us.
Maybe. What's out there, Joker?
We're through
Nothing,
the relay in
Commander.
30 seconds.
Nothing but dust and echoes. Better go back for him then. I want to say, as you might imagine, the end of this game is the single largest, like, concentration of Marvel movie madness cinematics in the game.
And money.
Yeah, it's just like pre-rendered after pre-rendered after pre-rendered.
Alliance fleet reporting. Turian fleet reporting. Asari fleet's reporting.
Red Gold reporting. Porkins is out there somewhere.
All Geth ships accounted for.
Hell
Geth
yeah!
are ready for your command.
Hell yeah!
Geth fleet reporting.
There's no way we
All
can
fleets reporting
lose.
in, Commander. Ready to engage on your command.
Also, I want to point out our war asset for the Leviathan DLC is a fleet of indoctrination, or not indoctrination, a fleet of thralls that is apparently listed at 400.
Ooh.
Which is a shit ton.
This is it,
Time
everyone.
for space battle
Be ready on my
that you
signal.
don't get to play.
Nope.
Fire!
Oh, don't worry.
Don't
There's-
look too closely at those eyelids.
There's gonna be... Man, you would think, right? You would think of all the times to get the eyelids right. It might be in the last, like, 2 hours
Yeah.
of the game. Apparently you'd be wrong. I don't know. I'm not a multi-million-dollar game developer. Probably more, right?
On my command,
Fucking
engage
neither
the
is
Reaper
EA.
forces.
Because to do that, you have to develop games, not failures.
Bum, bum, ba, da, ba, ba, ba. Okay, can I point something out to you also?
What's that?
These like masked freighter, like fighter pilot dudes in the Alliance. You know what they remind me of?
What?
You remember Metroid Other M?
Acknowledged.
No.
You don't remember me?
No,
it
I
just-
didn't. Dude, I haven't played any Metroid games.
But you
Which
haven't-
reminds me,
yeah.
in that massive collection of GameCube games that you have, you got a copy of Metroid Prime in there?
I do.
You want to hook me up?
Yeah, I can help you out with that.
Cool.
I don't know how well it works. I haven't tried it, but it should.
No, don't worry about it. Just bring the disc over after the stream.
Yeah, right. I'll just beam myself over with the transporter.
Yeah.
Click, click. Wanted to beam up. You know, because we live in the same town,
That's right.
in the same state, in the same
In
fucking
the same
area
half
code.
of the country.
Yeah. Same biome.
Same climate.
Hush, though. We're pulling back the curtains a little bit too far. You gotta keep up the grand illusion.
The idea of the Normandy navigating this shitfest is kind of great.
It reminds me of
Commander.
like going through the Omega 4 relay and having to dodge all the
Yeah.
debris.
That was also cool.
Be careful down there.
We'll be fine. Stay focused.
Aye, aye.
I wanted to hear like a crack noise as he put his arm down.
Yeah.
Like he did the salute too fast.
I was worried that would happen when he put it up.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh no, why are you whipping your arm that hard? Don't
Commander?
do that.
Commander, excuse me. I don't think I can help
Stay
in the
safe.
final fight
I'll be
anymore.
back before you know it.
Can we get an ensign on the bridge or something?
We're closing in on the LZ, Commander.
How's it look?
Like hell?
I want a
Take a
model
look
of a
for yourself.
Normandy.
Okay. I was wrong about this, by the way. Cortez is absolutely romanceable by a male shepherd.
Oh.
And keep that in mind, because it's really important. It's
Sorry, Shep.
really, really
I
important.
know it isn't easy.
I will keep
Barely
that in
even
mind.
Recognize it.
I'm of two minds about this finale. Because, like,
Yeah.
on one hand,
We got a lock.
of all of the cool places that you could go to in the Mass Effect universe, I don't know that I have a problem with going back to Earth. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, wow, going back to Earth of all the cool places you could go, right?
Yeah.
But then I think about it, and it's like, Earth in Star Trek is fucking awesome because it's like a utopia, and we get to see the world as we don't know it.
Before Hammer can land.
Understood.
But the problem that I have with Earth in this game is one that you can already see.
That'll be a challenge.
Which is, you get down to Earth, and it's all, like, black and blue and gross, and it's all the same. It's the same problem that I've had with the entire game up until this point, except it's literally, like, one shade.
It's all reapered out. You don't understand.
Now, go, go!
I don't understand much of anything. I was never told that I was gonna have to... oh my god, already!
Get clear.
Get out of here, Cortez.
Roger that. Cortez out.
All right, everyone, let's move.
But yeah, Priority Earth is very... oh, Jesus Christ. Every time that gun fires, it's like, well, you might as well just stop aiming.
Which is interesting as an environmental hazard, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I don't hate it. I mean, I hate having to do it, but...
maybe I'm giving them too much credit, too much benefit of the doubt by assuming that it's intentional. But if it is, then that's cool.
If it is, it's cool. Oh, yep, there's Big Ben. There's Bigger Ben. There's Big Ben, and then there's Big Blob.
I do appreciate that.
I'm glad. Jesus Christ. It's a good thing that I don't have, like, epileptic fits. Because being this zoomed into the screen as it's going haywire like that is maybe not great.
Oh yeah, epilepsy warning, by the way.
I would like to just put out a blanket content warning for the end of Mass Effect 3 in that the content is not very good.
Yeah.
But in some ways,
I can't
it's
even
great.
hear that gun.
I know. Well, it is a silenced pistol.
This is Captain Johnson. Hammer's getting torn apart. We need those guns offline now.
Now, I got a question for you, Bix.
Yeah.
I'm not a gun guy, and you're a gun guy, at least compared to me, right?
More than you are. Yeah. Okay.
Right. How do you feel about the silenced pistol in media? Because I love it, and the fact that it is literally a silenced pistol, I think that's goofy and awesome, but some people get super upset.
2 guns down, but we still can't land.
Well, it depends on how silent.
Well,
because if you're talking literally silent, I think that's dumb. And in that way, we agree. We just feel differently about it.
Right, like, for anybody who maybe doesn't know, when you fire a silenced pistol, like a pistol with like a regular-ass standard issue silencer barrel on it, right? It's akin...
There's a reason that they're not actually called silencers.
Right, they're called suppressor.
Yeah.
Because
that's not an accurate depiction.
If you've ever had like a 14-year-old sibling angrily slam their door for effect while listening to the latest music craze, that's about what it sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can hear it from a ways down. Which is why whenever, you know, you're doing your fantasy thing and you hear pip pip pip, I love it because that shit is super dumb. But for like the conventions of like a spy fiction, whatever, I like that. And like right now, with what's going on here, I think it's extra hilarious because it's just so dissonant to the tone of what's happening. But if I
think that if you have like your James Bond type, then a silenced pistol is stupid as hell. But if you have your like what's the movie I'm thinking of?
I don't know.
The one. The assassin movie.
Jet Li? Jet Li's
No.
the one?
No, not the one that's literally called that. The quintessential assassin movie.
Fucking Leon the Professional? I don't know.
That's the one, Leon the Professional.
All right, good.
If you have like a dude like that, then silenced weapons are cool.
Careful, Cortez.
Okay. Like somebody who
Because
knows how to
there's
use
that-
it. Oh, wait.
But there's like that-
wait.
Damn it, I'm hit.
Cortez!
Okay. So that's sad. But if you are a male shepherd, I don't know if they ever patched this or ever fixed it at all. In the original version of the game, Shepherd would literally always go, Cortez! You okay? Because it mixed up the lines for when you had romanced him and when you hadn't. So it just always played it as if it had, and then immediately played the line afterwards as if things were fine.
That's pretty good. That's funny.
I just wanted to bring that up. But you were saying about Leon the Professional?
The thing that's cool about Leon the Professional is the plausible deniability of, like, you could use a silenced weapon to disguise a murder in a busy urban environment.
Yeah, like in the middle of an apartment complex or something.
Yeah, exactly.
But then you get out to here and you're like in the middle of a war zone, and it's like, what possible use could this silencer have on your pistol when you're doing like you're fighting a war from like 3 fronts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like a ground war from 3 fronts. Also, that fucking thing keeps happening like every 10 seconds. And the reason...
Another thing it depends on is what they sound like. Because if your silenced guns sound like the silenced guns in Counter-Strike, then that's fucking stupid.
When it's literally like Spider-Man thwip.
Or like, pew, pew, pew. That sucks.
Pachoo. But when it's just like a solid thunk, that's pretty good.
When it's like, that's good.
Okay.
Because it should still be loud. It should just be less loud.
That thing right down his throat.
What the fuck? Okay. It was weird.
Yo, remember this thing from Mass Effect 2?
I do remember this thing from Mass Effect 2. I am gonna blow the fuck out of this thing.
Do it.
That was a good delay.
That was a pretty good delay.
You know what that thing should have done?
What?
Should have fallen down and taken Big Ben out with it.
Yeah, that would have been awesome.
You know that had to be something that they wanted for them to put it up there like that. Oh,
I
no.
think Big Ben is just there to be, just to make sure that you know it's London. Oh no, indeed.
In case you weren't paying attention.
Yeah.
Which is fair, because I'm not paying the most attention to this.
Commander Shepard, any Alliance personnel in the vicinity?
It's a good thing that we've got this gun which absolutely annihilates everything.
It's a good thing you played that Citadel DLC.
Really, really is. Imagine if you hadn't. That's the thing that I want to keep in people's minds as we go forward. Imagine that the last stream never happened. Or like the last 2. Or the last 3 even, because Omega.
Omega, Leviathan, and Citadel.
All of which are retroactive in their attempts to fix the ending. Oh, it's reload time. It's a good thing that these guys are fleshy and not a big deal.
Yeah.
Really?
That's often what people say about me.
Fleshy and not a big deal.
Yeah.
That's because you hang out with robots all the time.
This is true.
Also, hey, there was something that I wanted to point out to you before.
Hurry! We're taking fire!
Remember how I kept mentioning to you that you would really like Deep Space Nine and a certain character in it?
Yeah.
As it turns out, that character, Odo, is voiced by none other than the same dude who voiced
Get us out of here, Corporal.
Mr. House
okay?
in New Vegas.
I'm alive.
That you are.
He's
Commander.
fucking awesome. Space
Anderson.
Dad!
I knew you wouldn't let me down, Shepard.
It's good to see you.
What's up, Space
Plenty of
Dad?
sight for sore eyes.
How are we looking?
Now that the heavy air defenses are dealt with, Hammer can land.
And not a moment too soon.
What's left of the Resistance is holding a forward operating base, but the Reapers are countering already. Once we regroup, it's gonna be up to Hammer to take up the fight.
Man, how's it been for you up to this point?
It must have been brutal here. Cut off from the rest of the
How did you
Alliance.
actually survive?
It's been touch and go from day one. But once we figured out the Reapers were focusing on the major centers, it became easier to avoid direct contact.
Until London.
Yeah. We held back as long as we could, sending in recon teams. Lost a lot of good men planning this attack. But with soldiers like Major Coates, and knowing you'd bring us help, we held on.
Major Coates is so fucking weird to me because, like, he doesn't show up for the entire game, and then he shows up and he's such a badass, but the one piece of context that's missing here is that Major Coates became a... he became, like, a fandom sacred cow for a little while, because in between 2 and 3, he was the only character that we saw in, like, the official trailer, was just him sniping at husks from Big Ben, and people called him Big Ben for like a year.
That's pretty good. Also, to be fair, this guy did drop the fuck out of nowhere,
The Admiral's
but
being
Anderson
honest.
vouches for
He's
him.
the reason any of us are still alive.
Let's not start handing out medals just yet.
And literally we're like,
fight's
Anderson,
just
how did
getting
you manage to survive? And he's like,
Hammer
I'm
better
just
be ready
really
for it.
good at what I'm doing.
They didn't start out together, but they're ready to stand side by side and win this war.
Good. That's what it's gonna take.
Although,
Get it done, Anderson.
if I had made some slightly better decisions over the course of the last
was
90
bored.
hours, we would probably
Really?
have a lot more people. Sorry, Anderson.
The entire galaxy united. Too bad it took the Reapers to bring us together.
Shepard's the one that brought them together.
That's exactly what I meant.
Not for lack of
I know you
trying.
didn't like leaving, Shepard. But nobody could have accomplished what you've done.
It's good to be back home.
There's the FOB.
Looks good. Give Hammer the all clear.
Well, here we go. Time for more gray and dust and... Whoa!
You say that like it ever stopped.
I know. To be fair, there's some blue. Look, that lens flare is blue. Oh, well, no. Yeah, never mind. That one's gone.
Them shuttles is blue.
These guys are kind of blue, but they're like embarrassed to be blue and trying to be monochrome.
That might be.
That's how they die. That would almost be perfect if we had landed in France.
Yeah, if only.
It is neat that we get to come back to Earth.
Hey, they get a Mako. What the fuck?
I know. I know. I know! Stop telling me like I don't know!
You're so mad about it. I love it.
I want that Mako. I want an RC controllable Radio Shack Mako.
Set up a command center in the building over there.
Looks like we've still
It just
got
fucking
groups coming
blatantly
in.
ignores the laws of
Yes,
physics
sir,
and
but not as many
gravity.
as we'd hoped.
Yeah. It's full of helium.
Come see me when you're ready.
It's full of helium and dreams.
He's correct. I expected more of Hammer would be here by now.
I'm surprised any of them survived.
I'm sorry about Lieutenant Cortez.
Me too, dude.
You two go on ahead. I'll catch up.
Miss Cortez already.
The fighting here's been some of the worst on the planet. It looks bad, but there's still hope. And you're here. It'll do the troops good to see you. Bolster their resolve.
Yeah?
I'm just a soldier like them.
You might see yourself like that, but they don't. Like it or
Not with armor like
you're a
that.
hero to these men and women.
Literally like you
Don't
walked off of
discount
a
the
comic
effect
book
that can
panel.
have on them. I better go meet up with my battalion. I'll see you at the command center.
They made damn sure to get a little bit of blood splatter on Coates' textures too.
I did notice that.
Just to make sure that you knew. Which is doubly grody, because, like, that's gotta be his friend's blood, right?
Yeah, totally.
All of the husks are, like, filled with dried tissue paper and blue. Wow. Earth in all of its beauty. Earth in all of its very Halo 3 trailer shot beauty with this tower here.
Yeah?
Hey, Commander.
How you holding up?
Oh god, I didn't even know that was James. I thought it was just another dude. What's up, James?
I was ready to fight. Ready to die if I had to. But seeing everything like this...
Get angry!
Let's do to the Reapers what they did to us. Let's hurt them.
Listen, just because the Reapers are different than you doesn't mean that you should be afraid of them. It means you should be angry at them. Right. How dare they be different? What?
So,
my way of life ain't good enough for you?
One more push. One last fight.
Sorry, that was probably really loud.
Our last.
I approve.
It's been an honor serving with you, Shepard.
Feelings mutual. I didn't like you at first, but I do now.
You're a good man and a terrific soldier.
You're also like the luckiest
Whatever
dude in the
happens
world.
Out there today, I know you'll make me proud.
That means a lot to me, ma'am. Good luck out there, Shepard.
Totally. Yeah, no, when I walked up here, I straight up didn't even realize this was James. I just thought it was another soldier guy. I was like, oh, why do I have a talk prompt here?
Because he doesn't look that big with the armor on.
He just looks like armor.
Because you identify him by his massive biceps. That's
right?
how you know.
Yeah. Also, I want to point this shit out. This is fucking awesome. Look at how fucking big this telephone box is.
It's pretty big.
The environment was not scaled properly for the assets that they made, so you get some of that like Max Payne and Source Engine nonsense, where you walk up to a doorway and it's just so fucking big. Here's a Mako though.
It's made for Krogans. Don't worry about it.
Made for Krogans. Yeah, you know what? I will say this does look a whole lot better with the Allot mod, though. Pun unintended.
Yes, Commander. Is there someone you'd like to reach?
I want to talk to Grunt.
Grunt.
Certainly. I'll connect you now.
What's up, buddy?
Got here, Shepard. Didn't want to win this thing all by myself.
Good to see you back in action, Grunt.
Wouldn't miss it. Shepard.
Grunt.
Yeah?
Thanks for getting me out of that tank.
Sure, Grunt.
Thanks for coming with us.
It's been an honor.
Same here, Shepard. Okay. Grunt out.
Go kick ass.
Is there someone else I can connect you to?
Yeah, I want to talk to Samara.
Samara.
Certainly. I'll connect you now.
I wondered if I'd see you again, Samara.
How's it feel not being dead?
I joined your battle.
Like most of our team.
You helped me a great deal in the monastery, Shepard.
Thank you for returning the favor.
Yeah, a lot of our people just straight up died.
Will be remembered.
How are your daughters doing, by the way?
Well.
They doing okay?
Farewell.
Alright. Peace out.
Is there someone else I can connect you to?
Nah, I'm good.
No.
I'm done.
I don't have one of those. Access denied. So yeah, that little comm terminal can be populated with quite a bit more people, as you might imagine.
I would imagine.
A lot of the time, if you romanced somebody in Mass Effect 2, chances are they'll usually show up there. Jack has a good scene there. A couple other people have good scenes there. Thane does not survive long enough to be here.
Make sure we iron out these logistical problems.
Yes, sir. The Krogan don't want to share supplies, though.
That's just Rex playing hard to get. Tell him I've got a crate of Denorian beer I'd be happy to barter with. And that ought to get his attention.
Sheriff, what's up?
So I guess this is...
Just like old times.
Might be the last chance we get to say that.
Somehow I doubt it, man.
No, I think we're about to kick the Reapers back into whatever black hole they crawled out of. Then we're going to retire somewhere warm and tropical and live off the royalties from the vids.
Sounds nice. I'll take it.
I'll meet you there.
Can use this.
I think my days of saving the galaxy are over when this is done.
Smash cut to Mass Effect 4 trailer shot.
Just need to beat the Reapers to get there.
James told me there's an old saying here on Earth. May you be in heaven half an hour before the devil knows you're dead. Not sure if Turian heaven is the same as yours, but if this thing goes sideways and we both end up there...
I'm willing to bet Turian heaven is a lot like Valhalla.
We're a team, Garrus. There's no
Valhalla, but it's a live fire exercise.
Yeah.
Sorry, Turians don't know how, but I'll improvise. And Shepard, forgive the insubordination, but this old friend has an order for you.
Mm-hmm.
Go out there and give them hell. You were born to do this.
Goodbye, Garrus. And if I'm up there in that bar and you're not, I'll be looking down. I'll always have your back.
Also, you're coming with me, man. Whoop. Let me just enter stage left here.
Don't worry about it.
Whoop. As if Garrus isn't coming with us. Oh, good. I can't wait for another one of these. Shepard, get on that gun! Bitch took my skull! I'm pretty sure 50 Cent Blood on the Sand has multiplayer, by the way.
Yeah, I also think that's true.
I don't know if it's on Steam, but I think it has multiplayer.
I think it is.
It better be.
It is or what?
I want to say at some point it was. That seems like the kind of game that you would not be able to stream, right? That's probably got 50 Cent music in it somewhere.
Probably.
Also, it really speaks to how fucking boring these turret sections are that I'm like, hey man, you remember 50 Cent Blood on the Sand? I still remember watching Chip Cheesem and General Ironicus play it and having, like, Fiddy can take 2 rockets to the chest and be fine.
Yeah.
What a good game. It's not a good game.
Touch that button, bitch.
Bitch, you won't. Yo, Fiddy, hit that ramp.
How are the casualties?
They haven't brought in many more wounded.
That's something.
It's probably too dangerous.
No.
How you holding up, Liara?
That just means that the people you're sending out are probably also casualties.
Yeah. This is it.
I don't know what to say.
Man, look at all this build-up.
I know. I really like that they give you this moment, you know?
It'll only take a moment.
You get to actually talk to your people before you go out.
What kind of gift?
Is it fish? Because I already got a lot of those.
My consciousness to yours. I can show you some of my own memories. Asari exchange them sometimes with their friends or the people they respect.
Mind meld, okay.
It can also be a way to say farewell.
Yeah, totally.
I'd be honored.
Close your eyes.
I mean, this is still like a, you know, an intimate thing, but Thane is gone. You might as well take what you can get before you go off to die.
That's one way of looking at it.
Another way of looking at it is, remember the Mass Effect 1 theme? Again, this is a good moment. I kind of don't give a shit how the game ends as long as you get to say goodbye to all of your crewmates.
Thank you for everything.
Thanks for saving me from those rocks that I got trapped in like 2 games ago. It was a really good time. Oh, let me just run around and steal these medical supplies also. Jesus.
Okay, and I'll try to stay calm.
I'm just a civilian. We're out of Meditail, and your surgeon got killed by a Reaper.
I'll talk you through it. You're his only hope right now. The most
Shit's not going well for these guys.
Do you have any towels or bandages? Then use your shirt. Tear off one of your sleeves and... Wait. Something's coming our way. Hold on.
Oh no. No.
You need to tear off your sleeve into strips. You're going to make a tourniquet. Alright. Hold on. Okay, I did it. Now wrap that just above his knee to cut off the blood.
This is a lot for this conversation.
Yeah.
Try it again.
I've never stopped to listen to this whole thing.
What's his condition? I stay with him. If the bleeding starts again, let me know. You're going to make it.
Right. Okay. Thank you. But I don't think we'll survive another night of this.
Alright. About halfway through that, I was like, how long could this possibly go on? And then I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. Sammy, where are you? Can't find you. Message me back, please. People go into that place and come out not the same, not human anymore. I can hear the voices crawling inside the back of my skull, whispering they won't. Stop. Why won't it stop until I go where the others went, get turned into one of those things? Oh, please, God. Make it stop, make it stop, make it stop. Won't listen to the voices. Won't go in there. Can make it stop. Know what to do. Man. London is getting totally thrashed.
I'll say.
There is basically no London at this point.
Commander.
Hey, Javik.
Was it this bad in your time?
Worse. I have been listening to the Krogan speak to his men. In our cycle, the races never came together. There was no rallying cry. I envy you.
Really? There's not much left out there.
The future is still out there. It is something my people could never say. There will be a tomorrow.
Only if we win today.
No one else has ever made it this far.
I mean, you
came
did.
a long way, Javik.
Almost.
Further than anyone else here.
And I look forward to fulfilling my mission. But you are now the avatar of this cycle. The exemplar of victory.
The protagonist of the game series.
Turians or Protheans, but for all life. Every soul that has ever existed is watching this moment.
Every mite of Dorito dust to have
no
ever
pressure when you
graced
put it
the
that
path
way.
of the controller is you.
Do not waver. Victory is never won without difficult choices.
I'm ready.
I'll do whatever it takes. I didn't come this far to back down.
A pity we did not know each other in my cycle. But I know you will see this through for
Don't
all
even
of us,
try to pull that
no
we
matter
would have been friends shit. We're friends now, but you would not have been my
Actually pulled this
friend back
off.
in the
What do you
day.
do afterwards?
Since my birth, life's only pursuit has been war. I look forward to seeing what peace looks like.
It's a big galaxy.
I believe the Hanar would welcome me. I could live like a king among them.
That sounds like
Thank
you.
Commander. For
Yeah.
letting the last voice of the Protheans speak. It has been a privilege.
Pleasure to have you. Yo, Rex, what is up?
Shepard, you did it. No matter what else happens today, you did what no one else could. You united a galaxy. That's a victory right there. And don't worry, I know why you're going to win. Because you brought the Krogan.
It's fucking right.
Makara sends her regards.
Hell yeah.
She's already pregnant.
Yo! Congratulations!
But she keeps insisting
Yeah.
we name the first one Morden. Anyway,
Oh.
let's get to it. I meant to tell you, Shepard. Earth reminds me of home. Guess you'll be needing a new
I
place,
kind of
too.
can't believe they didn't give you a little cutscene for him.
Chunk has got room to spare. And a guard dog
Bullshit.
named Calros.
Like, Grunt got one,
We're ready, Shepard.
but Rex
Say
didn't.
the word.
That's crazy to me. You know what's even crazy? Fucking Jack gets one,
What
but
about
Rex
this?
doesn't.
We could circle around and flood it with reinforcements.
Man, every game past the first one kinda snubs Rex.
A little bit. 2 gives him like
I have a question.
a real like platform to stand on and be like, look at how cool Rex is.
It is important.
And he gets Tuchanka in this one, but you kind of don't get a chance to really talk to him.
Ask away. In this battle, the Reapers have no reason not to use their full capabilities to destroy us. Their forces are in entrenched positions. They have superior firepower and outnumber our forces.
It's true.
My question is, what makes you think we can reach the conduit at all?
Well, neither of these. The actual answer is because protagonist, but I guess they underestimate us.
The Reapers have the Citadel. They think they've won, and that's the best
Like,
time to hit them.
logically,
If they have
that's
spies
the
or
only
intelligence,
reason,
we
right?
could lose the element of surprise.
Yeah.
In such a case, we will likely lose. Are you afraid? Our probability for success is greater than any other plan presented to date. That's not what I asked. Are you afraid?
Do you
Understand
feel
the purpose of
that?
the question. There's no room for doubt anymore, Edie. You understand what we have to do, or you don't. I am clear on what we must accomplish, Shepard. The Reapers have destroyed thousands of civilizations. But they have never destroyed ours. Nor will they.
That's what I like to hear.
Couldn't have put it better myself. Time to move out.
Edie also gets the short end of the stick, but I really like Edie.
The elusive man ordered my creation years ago. Jeff was the one who allowed me to think for myself.
True.
But only now do I feel alive. That is your influence. Thanks, Edie.
You should go make out with Jeff. That seems to be what you actually want. That's
Commander.
my advice.
Admiral?
Live your
Just going over the sit rep.
life?
How's
Life.
it look?
Life.
Barely 50% of Hammer
Artificial
have
life.
reported in.
But live your
Can we
life.
count on more,
Still
maybe?
life.
There's some stragglers still en route. But the bulk of Hammer that's still intact has arrived. We're as ready as we're likely to get.
Alright, let's fuck this up.
Every minute wasted here, the Reapers gather strength.
Exactly my thoughts. Battalion leaders, report to HQ.
Every minute we waste here, the video
fought
gets
hard
harder
to
to
get here.
render.
But now the toughest part of our mission begins. We've got to drive right through the heart of Reaper-controlled territory, break past their defenses, and get to that beam.
What kind of defenses?
The entire area is
Fucking
crawling with Reaper
footwork,
forces.
mostly.
But our biggest concern is the destroyer, protecting the beam itself.
Remember Tuchanka?
Can we bring in air support to
Yeah.
Negative. Some kind of interference. We'll have to take it out from the ground. Now they've cut a swath of no man's land through the city. We'll have to cross that first. There'll be some limited shelter on the other side, but expect heavy ground resistance. We need to get our tanks to here, if we get close enough. We've got a shot at taking that thing out.
How much of a shot?
They know we're coming.
I mean,
This will be a one-way
it's
trip
probably
for
better
many
that you don't think
But there
about
can be
how
no
good
retreat.
of a shot we
No
have.
stepping back.
Just understand
We
that
move
it's the
forward at
one
all
shot.
costs. Understood?
Booyah! Yes, sir!
Johnson, Coates, you two will coordinate the artillery units.
The less you know about our likelihood of surviving the situation, probably the better.
I'm sending you right up the gut where the resistance is heaviest. Support the tanks the best you can, but stay alive. I need you for the final push to the beam.
Okay.
I'll give you a minute with your squad. Pick your team well.
You know I will.
Always.
So we've got some choices to make.
Yeah.
I think we already know that I want to take Garrus. I don't know about the other ones. Fucking soldiers, fuck off. You're my friends.
This war has brought us pain and suffering and loss. But it's also brought us together. As soldiers, allies, friends.
Best part of the games.
This bond that ties us together is something the Reapers will never understand. It's more powerful than any weapon, stronger than any ship. It can't be taken or destroyed.
Let's see. Victory or death? Remember what you fight for? Victory or death. I'm going all in on this one.
One way or another, this war ends today. There will be no second chances, and no room for mistakes. Each of you needs to be willing to die to win the day. Anything less, and you're already dead.
All right. That's straight up Fist of the North Star. Be fearless. Don't be ruthless. Be ruthless as me. You all be fearless. We're ruthless so that our team doesn't have to be.
But take heart.
Yes.
Look around you. You're not in this fight alone. We face our enemy together, and together, we will defeat them.
All right. Everybody's in. So, very final squad choice throughout the game. I want to take Garrus. Do you have any particulars on the final person we can take?
I stand by Javik.
Take Javik? Javik it is. You sure you don't want to take Edie and James to close out the trilogy? No? Okay, just me? Alright.
Stand by Javik.
Javik it is. 7 fucking... Yeah, just whatever, just dump it in. There we go, we got 1. Exactly 1. I think level 60 is the highest level that you can get to. I could be wrong. I think 60 was at least the highest you could get to in 1. I don't know if they kept it for the rest of the other games or not. Our Shepherd is as powerful as they can potentially be, though, given that we've done all 3 games.
Yeah.
There's something comforting about, like, the grainy BioWare cinematics to me. This honestly doesn't look all that far off from Mass Effect 1, and I think it's mostly because of the the grain and like the artifacting.
Yeah.
It looks a little
Gotta
worse.
compress that video.
Well, yeah, of course. You gotta fit it on the disc. You gotta make some sacrifices to be able to fit the game on the disc.
That's right.
Do you think Liara feels snubbed that we didn't, like, invite her in?
Maybe a little, but at least she got to come to the party.
At least she got to hang out with all of the people in the infirmary and get depressed. Right before the end.
At least she got to come to the party, which is more than Jacob got.
Well, Jacob got his own happy ending, right? He's like off with his family.
Yeah, but fuck him still.
Yeah. Oh, he's still in the Huerta Memorial Hospital, just hanging out, waiting for somebody to give him the time of day.
Roger that. Golf through November, taking up right flank. Pressing forward.
That should totally be Donnelly over the radio for no reason.
No reason at all.
You should be hearing people over the radio right now that have nothing to do with this conflict. Like, you should be hearing, the Hanar storekeeper on Novaria talk like talk shop
Absolutely.
with people. Oh, that wouldn't be quite as serious as listening to Marine number 1 talk to Marine number 2, though.
We gotta get Blasto in here.
We do have to get Blasto in here.
You know what this is reminding me of, though?
What's that?
The penultimate sequence in Half-Life 2.
Huh? Yeah. Yeah, that's not... Yeah. For a second, I thought you were gonna say, Red Faction Guerrilla.
Yeah, I guess.
Just because...
I mean, you're right. It wouldn't remind me of that, but you're right.
It would remind me of it just because Like, it's got nothing to do with the gameplay. It's just got everything to do with, like, the visual style, I guess, of what I'm looking at. Of just rubble.
I mean, that's what I'm talking about.
Phanex missiles can do a fuck ton of damage.
If you say so.
That should be Jack.
You heard the Admiral. No retreat.
Should totally be Jack.
It should just be like an open communique over as many characters as possible that are still alive.
Fuck yeah.
What? Oh my god, look at the damage our fucking silenced pistol does to the harvester.
What the fuck? It's the smart pistol. That's all it is.
It's so broken.
It's so broken for no reason.
It's so broken, and it's so, like, overtly broken. Because of how quiet and piddly it is.
It is broken with emphasis.
Broken with a capital B. Alright, speaking of...
Also, Broken with Emphasis is a good band name, or maybe an album title.
Broken with Emphasis is a good, good album name, for sure.
We'll try to clear the building.
I could see, like, Porcupine Tree putting out an album named that.
Yeah?
Very, like, experimental guitar. Or, like, really edgy indie band that would be playing in a Hot Topic.
It would have to be a concept album.
Yes. It would have to be a concept album if it was a good band. If it was a good album name, it would be a concept album. If it was a bad one,
yeah,
it would be, like, just something that's taking itself really seriously.
Perhaps unduly so?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Foxtrot and Bravo are taking heavy fire.
Ah, fuck. Okay, so this mission sucks, because it's mostly just... It's one final hurrah with the combat system, and as we go forward, it's just going to be more combat on combat on combat, and it can get pretty dicey.
Well, so, you know I have only one thing to say to you.
Don't die?
Two things.
Okay, what's the other one?
Get good. Same idea, really.
I don't have my PS5 yet. We're not playing Demon Souls. We will,
Can't
though.
Get good yet.
I refuse to get good until I can get my PS5. Which, at this point, might not happen. Because who...
It's sure starting to look that way.
Who fucking knows? Who can say in this crazy world?
You should be able to hold more than no ammo in this game.
Yeah.
That said, still a big step up from Mass Effect 1.
Mass Effect 1, oh man. I was watching a video, I was watching two separate videos earlier this week talking about inventory systems in games, and somebody was like, yeah, the weapons and inventory management in Cyberpunk seems like it's really broken, and to those of you in the audience who might be paying attention, it might remind you of a certain game that came out called Mass Effect. And I was like, holy shit, it totally is just that same inventory system. Which explains why it's so bad.
At least it's not just a list.
Yeah.
There's some volume, some definition, some form of visual aid.
What are you talking about? You know, like the green and yellow bars going up and down, and that's it? Was that not good enough for you?
Listen, I need pictures.
Oh, it's a good thing that out of the two of us, I'm the only one who wants to play Jade Empire.
Alright, people, eyes peeled. The buildings will give us some cover, but
Fucking do not want to play Knights of the Old Republic, though. Knights of the Old Republic is where that becomes a problem for me, of just like, oh, this is a spreadsheet. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines also, that game is a spreadsheet.
Why can't more games do their inventory system like Stalker or Resident Evil 4? That's my question to you.
Because it takes effort and, like, balancing. And why would you want to make, like, an inventory system that works when you can just copy-paste a half-assed RPG system on top of everything so that you can call your game, like, a looter-shooter or an RPG without actually being an RPG? That's one of the biggest problems with Mass Effect 3, right? Is that ostensibly it's supposed to be an RPG, but
I mean, in the most literal sense, it is one.
In the most literal sense, fucking Super Mario is an RPG in that you are playing the role of Super Mario. Like, you are controlling the actions of Super Mario as he jumps around. But that doesn't make Mario an RPG.
Unless you're playing Super Mario RPG.
In which case, yes. Super Mario RPG is really good, by the way. I just want to point that out, in case anybody was wondering.
Contact! This is Delta.
I thought you might.
What's your location?
That's not a location. What's up with the husks are all, like, Borged?
Cannibals?
Maybe? I'm just saying they've got, like literally the Borg on them.
That's what I'm saying. Cannibals.
Javik. So much for your genetic progeny. Oh, let's just get everybody done. Excuse me, sir? There we go. I feel like that might be the fastest my shields have ever come back in this game.
All those upgrades paying off.
Yeah, I suppose so, huh?
Had to happen sooner or later, right?
I have an idea. Okay, it's through here. This is an active battle, right?
Yeah.
So how much of this can I just skip by being invisible? No, not up that way. Probably through this way, right? With the windows.
Probably, yeah.
Oh, that's not a great place to be. Excuse me. Oh yeah, this is fine. That seems like a lot of enemies to have to deal with. Why don't everybody come back up? Now I'm remembering that there are actually large portions of this level that you can totally just skip by being invisible. Infiltrators are great. Excuse me. Oh good, they're all gone. Oh wait, now they're all over there. Bum 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 bum. I love it. I love when you can see, like... I love when you can see the systems try to hide themselves, right?
Yeah.
It's like, well, he got to the door, so just get rid of everybody else. There we go. Which, I mean, hey, fair enough. If they hadn't gotten rid of everybody else, that would have been a tight spot to get out of. And by tight spot, I mean I would have just had to hit the invisibility key again.
Again.
Make like a dash for it.
We wait for it to get close, then we hit it with everything we've got. Our guidance systems are buggered. Roger that. Our engineers are on it.
That should absolutely be Ken Donnelly. Okay, let me see here. Yeah, this seems like the way to go. I could fight that brute. But then there's another two of them over here. Oh,
at this rate, we'll definitely finish ahead of schedule.
so fucking good. Yeah, maybe. This isn't the hard part of the game, though.
All units, open fire!
I'm thinking of like, excuse me, I was drinking water. I'm thinking of like 2 arenas in particular that I have no idea how they'll go. Because you can't turn invisible in those. I'll tell you that much right now.
We need reinforcements on
Not with that attitude.
Have you ever faced an Asari Commando unit before, Reaper? Few sovereigns have. People getting wiped out in this game. Mass Effect 3 is directed by Zack Snyder. Okay, here we go. We should be able to drive this fucking thing.
Should be able to drive that fucking thing.
Get off the damn road. The road is mine. Yeah, there's a Reaper.
More asset acquired. Truck, boat, truck.
Truck, boat, truck. It's a good thing I've got this.
I love truck, boat, truck so much.
I know you do. Truck, boat, truck is very you. It's a good thing we've got all this ammo. Oh, sorry, Javik. It's also a good thing that Javik has, like, this super advanced shielding, so that I can just point my microwave rifle at him and he's fine.
He's got that Prothean armor.
Damn it. Edie, can you read me?
Yes, Commander.
My suggestion
Any suggestions?
is to not do a procedural, like a precision strike, and to do like a really big strike at everything.
Just fire all of the missiles.
That's what I'm saying.
That's it. I'll let you know when I've adapted the targeting systems.
Thanks, Edie.
Good news, Commander.
We'll see.
Hammer, this is Admiral Anderson. The Reaper ground forces are making a push. Hold your ground. Protect those tanks until we can get a shot.
All right,
Right, people.
let's do it.
Get ready.
There they are.
Where they are. There they are where? Oh, there. They are there.
Seeing that beam off in the distance is making me think of the ending to Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker.
See, it's funny that you say that because I was thinking about, like, you know how you've got this situation where you've got this big lumbering threat in the middle of the city, and you've got the one thing that can push like past its defenses and hit it at ground level?
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, it reminds me in a weird way of the ending of The Incredibles.
Yeah.
Very good movie.
Very good movie. Need to watch it again.
It's very, yeah. I'm trying to think of a way to describe it other than to say it's a very good movie. It's like it's a better Watchmen movie than the Watchmen movie was. Talk about Zack Snyder. I think The Incredibles might still be my favorite Pixar movie in general. And I like almost every Pixar movie that they've put out, but I think The Incredibles is just like, as a film, probably the best one. Finding Nemo is also pretty good. Not my favorite.
WALL-E is Pixar, right?
Yeah, WALL-E is Pixar.
WALL-E's pretty good.
A lot of people really do love WALL-E. Yeah, the Mass Effect 3 ending is a lot like the ending to WALL-E.
Yeah?
Yeah, you got Edie learning to love. She's like Eve. And you've got Rex. He's pretty fat. I mean, he's muscly, but he's pretty fat, so he's like those guys in the chairs.
You know, now that you pointed it out, I totally see the similarities.
It's like 1-to-1.
Commander, we tried to hold them off, but they destroyed our trucks, overwhelmed our position.
Good thing I've got these trucks here.
They're headed your way. Sorry, sir.
Good thing I've got these
Hang in
trucks
there, soldier.
here. Take truck.
Heads up, we got more incoming.
Watch our left flank.
Literally, we're taking... We're using the
You
Normandy
took the truck to
upgrades.
give it some Normandy upgrades.
We're taking the truck via the Normandy upgrades that are Edie.
That's right.
God, that fucking... I always want to say Michael
I want
Bay.
that on record.
I always want to say Michael Bay, but it's not. It's
You're thinking
Chris
Inception?
Nolan. Yeah, Chris Nolan. Just the bwom.
Yeah.
It's a really good noise. It's just hilarious.
It is a really good. But you know what my favorite version of that noise is?
What?
It's the one that is a part of the leitmotif in the Prototype soundtrack.
Yeah.
You know the one.
I do.
That is
God.
my favorite instance of that noise.
I just... Oh shit, the thing's getting pretty close. I just remember not too long ago finding out that the dude who worked on the Prototype soundtrack had done like another movie or game soundtrack that you really liked. Also, did that Banshee just melt through the ground?
Maybe.
Oh, we got...
Oh, which one was it?
Yeah, well, it's dead now.
No, I'm talking about the soundtrack.
Oh, I don't know. That's what I'm having trouble thinking of.
Because I know that Chris Velasco worked on Resident Evil 7.
Wasn't that? 'Cause I very rarely think about Resident Evil 7.
That's a shame. It's a good game.
Oh, shit! The game is falling apart!
Oh, shit, indeed.
You see that?
I sure did.
So this is, by the way, this is about where I start to get worried about the
winnability of the combat encounters.
Yeah. Because...
It's when they start throwing this many Banshees at you.
When they start throwing this many Banshees at you, but also this section is notoriously buggy on top of it. The whole protect truck and take Normandy upgrade sequence here is... It's the most difficult combat encounter in the series, but on top of that, it's also, over the years, has had both fixed and not fixed instances of, like, game-breaking bugs.
Because, of course.
Sometimes you'll get to the end and, like, an end state just will not happen. So, I mean, we'll see. This is the thing that I was mostly worried about. And also the biggest reason why I took the silenced pistol.
That's fair.
Because the silenced pistol is
You
just...
heard her. Back to the truck, people.
The silenced pistol is like a Naked Gun movie. It's just a joke.
Yeah.
A really
Well
good
said.
joke.
Did it hit?
No.
What happened?
The Reaper is still too close to the beam.
We're down to 2 missiles.
And we haven't even scratched it.
You will need to allow the Reaper to move out of the beam's influence.
Alright,
closer
we're
to
the
us.
bait.
Commander, Hammer's being overrun at every turn. Reaper ground forces are converging on your location.
Tell them to suck it up.
Hold on, Commander. Hold on.
Another wave. Incoming.
Hold on, everyone. We can do this.
Why are we whispering?
The enemies are incoming.
It's dramatic.
It's not dramatic if it doesn't... No, you're right, it's dramatic. Oh shit, okay, there are 3 of them now. I was gonna say... Oh wait, there are 4 of them, okay. I was gonna say, it's not dramatic if it just starts happening for no reason, and then I thought about it. Wait, are there 5?
There's 2, by which I mean too many.
There's 1 more than there needs to be, and then there's another one on top of that.
And maybe even 1 more.
Oh good. Team's dead, baby. Team's dead. Well, what the fuck? The problem is that if any one of them like does a Will Smith wow wow bum rush style at us, we're done. When I bounce into the wow wow. When I stroll into the wow wow. That might be my favorite of Neil Cicierega's stuff, by the way, on mouth moves.
Throw some grenades in there.
I should throw some grenades in there.
That one wasn't even on... Wait, yeah, it was. Yeah, that was mouth move, not mouth dream.
When I bowl into the wow wow. Ah, that was pretty good. That wasn't like a lot, but it was pretty good.
It's more than that damn pulse rifle is doing.
Yeah, no kidding. You would think that this thing would be doing better against, like, armor? Because it's a multi-shot. Or at least, like, the game calculates it as a multi-shot.
Hmm.
Okay, everybody just throw a bunch of bullshit at them. Honestly, like to use my arsenal for banshees if at all possible. Oh, hi. Hey, how you doing?
What's going on in this thread?
One of my favorite things about Wow Wow as a song is the cartoon bounce effect that he adds in.
Oh yeah.
Like there are two things that he adds instead of just mixing, and one of them is a cartoon like boing bounce effect, and the other one is like a really fucking good original Daft Punk style arpeggio like in the middle of it. Like as a backing track.
Hmm. Yeah, I think I know the one.
Oh god, I thought that was like a brute that was just above me.
Or just really big.
Like it had somehow clipped into the skies. Garrus is still alive, for what that's worth. Oh! What's hitting me? What's hitting me? I gotta get out of here. This modern art will keep me safe. I love that whenever it starts to like yell and growl, it also sounds like a Nine Inch Nails soundtrack.
Yeah.
Makes me happy. Oh, that's one less.
That pistol's putting the fucking work in.
I know. It's just fucking ridiculous. Hey, Garrus, what's up, buddy? Oh, good. And I want to say that's an environmental hazard that'll just kill you. Just kill you in one. As it should be.
Well, hey, it's killing the banshees too.
That's right. Makes it really hard to aim, but luckily they don't need to aim. Oh, you motherfucker, I see you. I see you try to stroll into the wow wow. Now the rifle ought to do it. Yeah, okay.
I wish we had the Widow.
I also wish that we had the Widow.
I want to say that we did have it. What the fuck happened to it?
I don't know.
Weren't you using it during Javik's mission where you fucking found him?
Yeah.
Where the fuck did it go?
I don't know. Like I said,
did you give it to Garrus or something? Is that how that works?
No, that is not how that works. In fact, there are 2 Widows in the game.
Commander, the destroyer is
Okay, that's all I need to hear, Edie.
in range. Missiles are ready for launch.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and grab that button. As I roll into the... As I stroll into the cutscene. Wow, wow. Boing! You don't want to see where my hand be at.
Firing!
Get fucked, Reaper.
It's going down.
Hell
Is that
yeah.
the 6th Reaper that we've killed?
You may be right.
That's either...
I count 5, but I might be forgetting one.
Shepard! Well, there was another one that was counted on our team, right? It's like somebody had killed one.
Shepard!
Shepard!
Over here! Thank God you made it.
It didn't look good.
It gets worse.
Of course it does.
What could be worse?
Just reported in. Several Sovereign-class Reapers, including Harbinger, have broken off from the battle with Sword. They're headed here.
Harbinger?
It's an opportunity for Hackett to get the...
How can you tell them apart?
But we have to get a team on board the Citadel to open those arms now.
One of them won't stop talking.
We still don't even know what we'll find when we get to the Citadel.
And that's our job.
You know what? I believe
What we're
that.
up against.
Shepard,
All
we
right.
can't understand what it's saying, but one of them keeps making that noise really, really loud, and the other ones are quiet. I think that one might be Harbinger.
It's probably Harbinger.
I can hear it in my teeth.
Wow.
Your speakers have the attention of decibels equally their infinitely your greater.
That's right.
Those relays are going fucking crazy. This is a good shot.
It's now or never, Admiral. We're going in. Acknowledged. I'll send the word.
This might as well be like the Glorf theme.
This is Admiral Hackett.
Yeah, pretty much. It's not creative. Like, okay, so the priority Earth theme is just dun da da dun da da dun da da dun, and it's like, what happened to that awesome piece of music when the Reapers landed on Earth at the very beginning of the game? That should be playing.
They could only get Jack Wall for so much.
They couldn't get him at all. Well, they could get him for like the very base
Direction.
blueprint. Yeah. Oh man.
Only so much.
It's gonna be really hard to play
Here on
Jade
in,
Empire
it's a
and
straight
not
shot.
just be like, listen to this
straight shot
fucking
with
music
Reapers
the
trying to
entire
crush us along
time.
the way.
We just need to get a handful of troops through.
I'd be surprised if we have a handful of troops left.
We knew this was going to be a gamble at best.
You know what? Everybody's doing a good job.
Can't think of anyone else I'd rather do this with.
Feels
Like you,
this
Invisible
fight's
Squad
always
mate.
been ours to finish.
The ghost of Tally.
Yeah.
We're in sight of the target.
All right, everyone. This is it.
Yeah, that's accurate, actually. What you just saw was footage from inside BioWare's headquarters. Alright, everybody, this is it. Ka-chunk!
Oh, that cost money.
Yes, it did. Hey, here's something that the game doesn't tell you.
Yeah.
That Reaper up there, that's Harbinger.
I kinda gathered.
You know how you can tell?
It's the eyes, quote unquote.
It's the one eye. Oh shit! Everybody get the fuck out of here! What are you doing, you idiot? Oh Jesus Christ, look at all the money! Wow. You don't want to see where my hand be at when I stroll into the wow. Everybody get the fuck out of here. Oh, I didn't do it good enough. That's the end of the game. Trying to use the Mako against me. You guys
That's
should...
the ultimate crime, really.
Yeah, you guys should probably get out of here.
Normandy, do you copy? I need an evac.
Every
right now!
cutscene that you guys are in makes me worried that somehow you're gonna die. Good shit, Joker. Give him hell.
Come
And
on.
by give him hell, I mean get my friends out of here.
I am so happy every time I see the Normandy.
Here.
It's so cool.
It's like a breath of fresh air, like, Mass
You gotta
Effect.
get out of here.
And you've got to be kidding me.
Don't argue, Garrus.
We're in this to the end.
I'm not gonna let you die here.
I need to know somebody's getting out of this alive.
Just make damn sure that includes you two. You always were the best shot.
Not by half. Take care, Garrus. Go!
I'm glad that it's coming down to us and Harbinger. Cause fuck Harbinger.
Yeah.
Again, kind of as close to a rival character as you can get from this series. He is your nemesis.
Absolutely. And what a fucking nemesis to have.
It's just a big space squid.
It's
Big-
like a million times your size.
Infinitely or greater.
Just so.
Somebody once. Just cut. Immediately cut to credits.
Negative. Our entire force was decimated. It's too much. We need to regroup. Fall back to the village.
Ah, Jesus Christ. Here's where all of the problems start. I'm gonna
They fucking ruined your armor for one thing.
Oh, I'm glad that you noticed that. Because that sure is fucking weird, right?
Yeah.
They only have one baked-in model of the armor here.
At least the chest piece is the same.
There is actually, right now, so much to talk about with this scene, and it's kind of hard to figure out a way to start. I suppose one thing that I'd like to say is all of the Foley that you're hearing, aside from the gunshots, is added. This was added by the expanded version, and we'll talk about that in a little bit.
Oh boy.
The scene that you're seeing right now is very heavily edited from what was originally in the game. Which is funny, because it still looks like fucking shit. It still looks really bad. Marauder shields! This motherfucker tried to save us from the ending!
Can't let it happen.
Not happening. Sorry, bro. Oh, here we go. Are we gonna make it? You gonna take the Halo teleporter? And that's the end of my story. Thanks for following along, everybody. You can follow Commander Shepard on Patreon if you want to see more adventures. Be sure to smash that Renegade prompt button if you want to be updated, notified whenever new clips go live. Alright, this thing. I sure hope that this was worth it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Admiral Hackett's got all of our command data from N7HQ.com. /Mass Effect 3.
Someone made it to the Citadel. We need to give them time to get those arms open.
It's the Keepers. Oh boy. Some like Event Horizon shit going on here.
Yeah.
Shepard.
Anderson, you up here too?
Followed you up, but we didn't come out in the same place. No. At least I don't think we did. What's your surrounding look like?
You ever seen the inside of a Nine Inch Nails album? Looks like that.
You okay?
I've been better.
I feel like death, but I'm moving. It's dark. There's human remains scattered.
Sounds familiar. I'm in a dark hallway. Reminds me of your description of the collector base.
Makes sense.
You think they're making a Reaper in here?
Sure. They round them up on Earth, and send the people up here to be processed.
Goddamn abomination. I'm gonna keep moving. The sooner we blow these bastards back to hell, the better.
So this...
The troops don't go on forever. But where the hell are we?
Yeah. Doesn't look like any part of the Citadel I've been to.
This is more gruesome than anything that we have seen so far in this series. Like,
very much so.
The collector base comes into a similar state, but this is just like actually really gross and disturbing.
Anderson?
There's a collection, and then there's a pile.
Whatever the Keepers are up to, like, they're tending to it.
They're just doing their thing.
I think I'm near an exit.
Yeah. Yeah, so, yeah. I want you to start cataloging any questions that you might have in your brain.
I see something up ahead. Might be a way to cross over.
Don't get too
I'm
far
sure
ahead
I'll
of me.
have some questions once all is said and done.
It's really interesting to me.
Just found that chasm you were talking about.
Hold on. I see something. A control panel, maybe. I'm just gonna go on.
Anderson?
It's really interesting to me seeing like how much of this has changed over the years. And even how much of it has changed like since the last time that I played through it. And also how much has stayed very much the same.
Yeah.
I remember this room. Fucking love this room. Hey, Anderson. I need your help, man.
Anderson!
Shepard! I can't!
I
Oh,
underestimated
fuck you.
What happened?
Dude, look at him!
I warned you.
He is
Control
all
is the means
fucked
to
up.
survival. Control of the Reapers and of
His
you.
skin is like
Necessary.
flaking apart.
They're controlling you.
I don't think so, Admiral.
Shit, okay, well this is not a surprise to me, but like, the fact that he's here at all is kind of surprising to me. We're not your enemy, dude.
Why waste your time with us if you can control the Reapers?
Because I need you to believe. When humanity discovered the mass relays, when we learned there was more to the galaxy than we imagined, there were some who thought the relays should be destroyed. They were scared of what we'd find, terrified of what we might let in. But look at what humanity has achieved. Since that discovery, we've advanced more than the past 10,000 years combined. And the Reapers will do the same for us again, 1,000-fold. But...
No. No, I don't think that's how that's gonna play out.
We can harness their ability to control.
Bullshit. We destroy them, or they destroy us.
And waste this opportunity? Never.
Oh, fuck. Okay. There are also changes to this scene that are... I want to say, those little tentacles coming in off the sides of the screen, that was not there originally. I could be wrong. I sure as fuck don't remember that being there. Anyway, you're a power-hungry madman. You're like a complete idiot.
Maybe you're just so hungry for power that it's clouded your vision.
No. No. It's not that simple.
Isn't it? You're willing to give up anything for control.
Yes. If not me, then who? Are you going to control the Reapers?
There's always another way.
I've dedicated my life to understanding the Reapers, and I know with certainty the Crucible will allow me to control them.
That sounds like a whole lot of Kool-Aid bullshit.
Look at the power they wield. Look at what they can do.
No! No!
It's okay.
I
He's
see
got
what
that.
they did to you.
He's got that flak jacket
I
on.
took what I wanted from them, made it my own. This isn't about me or you. It's about things so much bigger than all of us.
He's wrong. Don't listen to him.
You can't quote Spider-Man 3 at me.
An old soldier stuck in his
Which
ways,
I was
only
there
able
when the
to see the
scriptures
world
were
down the
written.
barrel of a gun? And what if he's wrong? What if controlling the Reapers is the answer?
What if you're wrong, jackass?
If we destroy the Reapers, this ends today. But if you can't control them...
But I can!
Are you willing to
Oh,
bet
man.
humanity's existence
He is
on it?
all in on it.
I know it will work.
You can't, can you? They won't let you do it.
No! I'm in control! No one is telling me what to do!
Look at
Listen to
you!
yourself.
Look at your fucking face!
Indoctrinated.
Your skin
No.
is cybernetic!
No!
You're like
The
made
two
of
you
circuitry!
So self-righteous. Do you think power like this comes easy? There are sacrifices.
You sacrificed too much.
Shepard, I only wanted to protect humanity. The Crucibles can control them. I know it can.
We've already been through this.
It's not too late. Let us go. We'll do the rest.
I can't do that, Commander.
Of course you can't.
I'm gonna say this straight up. This is the second time that we've seen this happen.
You'd undo everything I've accomplished. I won't let that happen.
But I have to say, between all of the times that we've seen this happen, Saren was better about it than the Elusive Man. Like, he had a more clear understanding of what was happening before he got fucked over.
Yeah.
He's completely pathetic.
You're nothing more than the Reaper's plaything now.
Now! You're the one who failed.
I got no problem ending this where it is. Because, like, with the Elusive Man, you've known from moment one that he was not in control.
Mm-hmm.
Like, from the moment you meet him, you get that impression.
There. Earth. I wish you could see it like I do, Shepard. It's so perfect.
Well, that's one problem taken care of and like 2 really big problems introduced. All of that to get the docking thing into place, and it still hasn't even managed to get there yet. Like, the Hail Mary is still being thrown down the center field.
Yep.
10 seconds to contact. That's it. The Crucible is docked.
I really hope this was worth it. We've straight up lost, like, some of the coolest people in the galaxy. Hey, Space Dad.
Commander?
We did it.
Yes, we did. It's quite a view.
Best seats in the house.
Be a lot more impactful if that texture work didn't kind of look like shit.
Feels like years since I just sat down.
Think you earned a rest. Stay with me. We're almost through this.
You did good, child. You did good. I'm proud of you.
Thank you, sir. Anderson?
One more for the pile. Oh, man.
Shepard? Commander?
That's the worst one out of all of them.
What do you need me to do?
Nothing's happening. The Crucible's not firing. It's gotta be something on your end.
I don't know what you want me to do, man.
I don't see.
My eyes are filled with blood. Blood is filled with my eyes. I'm just gonna lay down and go to bed.
My mouth is laughing in my face.
On my own, here we go. Sleeping makes me feel good. It is, by the way, impossible to save Anderson. There is no, like, choice or secret ending in which he lives. Anderson always dies. Which... that's a serious gut punch. More than anything. I miss our space dad.
Wake up.
What? Where am I?
The Citadel. It's my home.
Who are you?
I am the Catalyst.
the Citadel was the catalyst.
No, the Citadel is part of me.
I need to stop the Reapers. Do you know how I can do that?
Perhaps. I control the Reapers. They are my solution.
Oh shit. Tell me more. Spooky ghost child.
Chaos. The created will always rebel against their creators. But we found a way to stop that from happening. A way to restore order.
By wiping out organic life?
No, we harvest advanced civilizations, leaving the younger ones alone. Just as we left your people alive the last time we were here.
But you killed the rest.
We helped them ascend, so they could make way for new life, storing the old life in Reaper form.
Uh-huh.
I think we'd rather keep our own form.
No, you can't. Without us to stop it, synthetics would destroy all organics.
Oh yeah?
We've created the cycle so that never happens. That's the solution.
Oh, shit. Okay, here we go. I have so many questions. I don't have very many questions, but I imagine that many people have many questions.
Then ask away.
Tell me about the catalyst, man. What about you? Who are you?
You said you're the catalyst.
The fuck does that mean?
What are you?
A construct. An intelligence designed eons ago to solve a problem.
Okay.
I was created to bring balance. To be the catalyst for peace between organics and synthetics.
Doing a great job.
So you're just an AI.
Inasmuch as you are just an animal. I embody the collective intelligence of all Reapers.
But you were created.
Correct.
By who?
By ones who recognized that conflict would always arise between synthetics and organics.
But by who, though?
I was first created to oversee the relations between synthetic and organic life, to establish a connection. But our efforts always ended in conflict. So a new solution was required.
The Reapers?
Precisely.
Oh, hey, look at this! Leviathan! That wasn't there when we first played the game. What about this? What about the Leviathan?
I met your creators. They told me what you did to them.
We did as we were expected.
They said you betrayed them. That you turned them into Harbinger.
When they asked that I solve the problem of conflict, they failed to understand they were part of the problem themselves. The flaws of their organic reasoning could not perceive this. They lacked the foresight to understand their destruction was part of the very solution they required.
Well, they've joined this war now.
And I welcome their involvement. I am only facilitating their request.
You're doing a really bad job of it. It looks like.
Where did the Reapers come from? Did you create them?
My creators gave them form. I gave them function. They, in turn, give me purpose. The Reapers are a synthetic representation of my creators.
Yeah. No, I got that.
Yes. They created me to oversee the relations between synthetic and organic life, to establish a connection. They became the first true Reaper. They did not approve, but it was the only solution.
Was it?
You said that before. But how do the Reapers solve it?
The Reapers don't seem to solve anything.
Create synthetics to improve their own existence, but those improvements have limits. To exceed those limits, synthetics must be allowed to evolve. They must, by definition, surpass their creators. The result is conflict, destruction, chaos. It is inevitable.
Who says?
Reapers harvest all life, organic and synthetic, preserving them before they are forever lost to this conflict.
But you can't know that if you just fucking kill everybody before the conflict happens. How is this not conflict?
We're at war with the
Look at this
Reapers right
shit.
now.
You may be in conflict with the Reapers, but they are not interested in war.
I find that hard to believe.
When fire burns, is it at war? Is it in conflict? Or is it simply doing what it was created to do? We are no different. We harvest your bodies, your knowledge, your creations. We preserve it, to be reborn in the form of a new Reaper. Like a cleansing fire, we restore balance. New life, both organic and synthetic, can once again flourish.
There are so many problems with this. I don't even fucking know where to start. Tell me about the Crucible.
What do you know about the Crucible?
The device you refer to as the Crucible is little more than a power source. However, in combination with the Citadel and the relays, it is capable of releasing tremendous amounts of energy throughout the galaxy.
Big bada
It is
boom.
crude, but effective and adaptive in its design.
It's just a big pulse. Just a big pulse
You would
wave
not know
generator.
them, and there is not enough time to explain.
Fuck you! Fuck that
I first
answer!
noted the
Excuse
concept
me?
for this device several cycles ago. With each passing cycle, the design has no doubt evolved.
Why didn't you stop it?
We believe the concept had been eradicated.
So you did a bad job.
Clearly, organics are more resourceful than we realized.
Clearly you don't know shit about shit! Oh, man. Oh, boy. Okay. Okay, wait. There are so many problems already. So... First of all, let me point out, like, the biggest problem out of all of this is there's a lot of dialogue here to go through, but everything concrete that is like, oh, this was created by this person, this was created for this purpose, this is what this is meant to do, and this is why it failed, are all branches of Leviathan, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't have the Leviathan DLC, like anybody who bought the game when it came out, then this whole ending sure doesn't make any fucking sense. Second, the whole idea of, like, we were created to sustain a peaceful connection and maintain a through line from creators to synthesis to synthetics, so that war could not be a thing. We could just preserve life for in all of its greatest advanced forms throughout the galaxy. And we've achieved this by killing everyone again and again and again.
Basically, you're arguing with a rogue AI.
We're arguing with a rogue AI, but the AI is also like, no, what are you talking about? I know exactly what I'm doing. And you're sitting there and you're looking around you and you're like, I think you have failed in your purpose from moment one.
You're arguing with Hal, basically.
You're arguing with Hal, but Hal has, like... Imagine if Hal literally had the... like, the conceptual permanence of a child, right?
Because Hal was not evil, but Hal had conflicting directives.
Right, and Hal eventually became malicious, but was not evil. Whereas the kid is just like, no, what are you talking about? I'm feeling great. And you look at his eyes and it's just like the blue screen of death on a Windows 10 PC. And it's like, yeah, feeling great, feeling fine. I don't think you're ever gonna understand us, but we're just trying to survive.
But you're taking away our future. Without future, we have no hope. Without hope.
So this conversation reads really differently if you don't have Leviathan, but even if you do have Leviathan, it doesn't fucking make any sense.
More than you think. The fact that you were standing here, the first organic ever, proves it. But it also proves my solution won't work anymore.
Oh, yeah.
So now what?
We find a new solution.
Why are you telling me this? Why help me?
You have altered the variables.
What do you mean?
It's almost like I've been telling you from the
Crucible
beginning.
changed me, created new possibilities, but I can't make them happen. If there is to be a new solution, you must act.
Yeah.
It is now in your power to destroy us.
Yeah. Well, that's one option.
But be warned, others will be destroyed as well. The Crucible will not discriminate. All synthetics will be targeted.
Oh!
Even you are partly synthetic.
I would like some details, please.
What exactly will happen?
Your Crucible device appears to be largely intact. However, the effects of the blast will not be constrained to the Reapers. Technology you rely on will be affected, but those who survive should have little difficulty repairing the damage. There will still be losses, but no more than what has already been lost.
Well, fuck that. What else you got?
I made it this far. We'll destroy you without setting it off.
Impossible. You are vastly outnumbered. You have sacrificed many of your resources just to reach this point.
That's true.
If you do not use the Crucible, the Reapers will not be stopped, and the cycle will continue.
I don't believe you.
Your belief is not required.
There has to be another way.
There are, in fact, three other ways.
You could instead use the energy of the Crucible to seize control of the Reapers.
The Elusive Man ending. Do you believe that you know what's right for the galaxy? What if you controlled everything?
The Elusive Man was right after all.
Yes, but he could never have taken control, because we already controlled him.
But I can?
You will die. You will control us, but you will lose everything you have.
I think I understand, but also I don't trust you.
How can I control the Reapers if I'm dead?
Your corporeal form will be dissolved, but your thoughts and even your memories will continue. Your connection to your kind will be lost, though you will remain aware of their existence.
Yeah, fuck that too.
I didn't fight this war so I could give up everything.
What else you got?
And I do not look forward to being replaced by you, but I would be forced to accept it.
Not if I refuse to do it.
There is another solution.
Yeah, I fucking bet. What else you got?
Synthesis.
And that is?
Add your energy to the Crucibles. The chain reaction
Ah, yes, the science fiction ending.
And organic life into a new framework. A new DNA.
Tell me more.
Explain how my energy can be added to the Crucible.
There is little time left, but I will try. Your organic energy, the essence of who and what you are, will be broken down and then dispersed.
To do what, exactly?
The energy of the Crucible, released in this way, will alter the matrix of all organic life in the galaxy.
Everyone.
Organics
Assimilation.
Through technology. Synthetics seek perfection through understanding. Organics will be
It's like a less
by
fucked up
integrating
version of what the
fully
Reapers
synthetic
actually wanted to
technology.
do.
Synthetics, in turn, will finally have full understanding of organics. It is the ideal solution. Now that we know it is possible, it is inevitable we will reach synthesis.
Why couldn't you do it sooner?
We have tried.
We had to rewrite
a
the
similar
script
solution in the past,
about 6 months
but
ago.
it has always failed.
Why?
Because the organics were not ready. It is not something that can be forced.
What an ironic line.
You are ready, and you may choose it.
That's a big change, baby.
I don't know.
Why not? Synthetics are already part of you. Can you imagine your life without them?
That's beside the point.
Your time is at an end. You must decide.
I reject these choices.
No. I'm gonna end this war on my terms.
Then you will die knowing that you failed to save everything you fought for.
I don't remember if choosing "you are wrong" gets me tossed into an ending, I'm just gonna placate and say I'll do it.
Alright.
Because we'll have time to figure out what we actually want to do.
Do what you must.
Shut up. So guess what? There is a secret 4th ending in which you pull up your gun and you shoot David Cage Ghost Child in the head. If you do that, you get the worst ending in the game. And it's really, really, really bad. The reason that I bring that up is because that was what my first instinct was when I played the game originally. I was like, this Crucible AI seems fucked up and like it's trying to manipulate me super hard. What if I just rejected all of the choices and shot it? That was originally not something you could do in this game. They added that in the extended cut revised ending DLC. And it's basically the visual novel style bad ending, worst ending you can possibly get. I'm gonna say maybe we don't do that one.
Yeah.
But this is our opportunity to talk. Because
all right,
taking one of these 3 options is going to end the game and end the series until that 4th game comes out. Is there anything on your mind at this moment in time?
All these choices suck.
Every choice here seems really bad. And okay, wait, just again, consider for a moment that you don't have the Leviathan DLC. Consider how that conversation must look and sound to you with no build-up throughout the game. Like, not only do you not have the context of this conversation and the conversation at the bottom of the sea with Leviathan, but you don't have the context of almost any of the larger plot developments surrounding the Crucible at all throughout the game. So basically what I'm saying is when this game first came out, you would get to the end and be forced to make a decision, and you would just be like, wait, none of this makes any sense. Explain to me, Dirt Child. And Dirt Child is like, you can't understand. We're too advanced for you. You could never possibly understand. It's the fucking biggest cop-out in all of science fiction, right?
Mm-hmm.
But even knowing what we know, let's talk about these decisions real quick, because you've got the Destroy ending, which I believe is the canon ending, and Destroy will kill you, and it will wipe out all synthetic life in the galaxy. So the Reapers are destroyed, gone. But so are the Geth, and so is everybody with, like, even a modicum of technology in them. So, like, if you have a pacemaker, you're fucking dead, right?
Mm-hmm.
But, like, the Geth, as an entire species, will be wiped out. Including, and you will be as well. The Refusal Ending is where you shoot Dirt Child. The Destroy Ending, the blue ending is the Control Ending. I don't like the Control Ending for a different reason. Because the Control Ending is like, so the elusive man was right after all, and the Crucible's like, yep, absolutely. And to pull that at the end of this series is to say, remember all that shit with Saren? Yeah, that didn't count. That didn't matter. Remember all that shit with the indoctrination on the collector base and how that was a bad idea? Yeah, it turns out that didn't matter. The sole defining difference is just the fact that the elusive man was crazy, but you're not, so it's fine. Because the Reapers controlled him from the beginning. But you're not indoctrinated, Shepard, because trust me, I'm the Crucible. Which seems like bullshit. And then you've got the Synthesis Ending. And the Synthesis Ending is the one that, full disclosure, I like and I choose when I played the game, because it's the one that's the least terrible, but it's also like the weirdest and the most overtly sci-fi.
The logic is stupid.
The logic is stupid, and it's also fucked up. Because you remember at the very end of Mass Effect 2, that thing with Legion, where we were like, do you have the right to impose your will over an entire species that you're subjugating? And it's that, but it's literally everyone, organics and synthetics. Like, plant life and things in the ocean will now understand what it means to be a Reaper and vice versa. And you do that to the entire galaxy with nobody's permission but your own. And the refusal ending, I should probably point out, because we're not going to do it. If you shoot, I mean, we might do it, I don't know. If you shoot Dirt Child in the dirt face, you get an ending in which you flash forward into the future, and everyone has died, and the Reapers succeeded, and Liara gives a message saying, "Oh man, we fucked up big time, but here's a record of what happened so that it doesn't happen to you." Like, you become the new Mass Effect 1 beacon, right?
Right.
It's a fucking terrible ending. Also,
fucking,
I want to point out one other really big problem with that ending. If you choose to do that ending, and then you... Let me put it this way. This is the narrative that I chose for this game when I played. I did that because that seemed like the wild card ending in Vegas, right? And I was like, yeah, fuck it. Fuck you, Dirt Child. And I was like, oh wait, this is the worst ending possible. And then I tried to reload my save, and it brought me to the beginning of Priority Earth, and I had to play the whole fucking mission over again. It took like 2 hours.
Aye.
So that's a bad idea. And there's one other really big thing that I want to talk to you about. So,
yeah.
The extended cut DLC has changed a lot of things, and that's the one DLC we haven't talked about, because this is where it is. The extended cut DLC was the DLC that BioWare released when everybody was like, yo, this is a fucking terrible ending, what did you do? And they were like, okay, hold on. And they rewrote the ending at the last minute, which is the second time that they rewrote the ending at the last minute for Mass Effect 3. And they came up with what you have on screen now. There was a very big, like, Squall is dead style theory going around in the Mass Effect community at the time, and still is one, called the Indoctrination Theory, which posits that the second that you get hit with that Harbinger laser blast on your way to the final beam, all the way up until now, Shepard was indoctrinated and under the control secretly of the Reapers, and maybe had been for longer over the period of the rest of the game, right?
Right.
And I don't necessarily believe that to be the case, but what I find hilarious is that the extended cut DLC has added a bunch of bullshit to make it seem like that might be a thing. Like the tentacles coming in off the side of the screen when you're talking to the Elusive Man and Anderson, and all of that extra Foley when you're like walking up to the thing and it's all like, sha sha, whisper, whisper. Like that was not there. And like they've added shit like that because they're like, oh, maybe, we don't know. It reeks of desperation.
It really does.
So my question to you is, out of these 4 terrible endings, which one do you want to go with?
I don't know, man. What color ending do you want?
Here's the thing. Destroy is the canon ending, I believe. Based on what we know about the 4th game so far, the only one that seems to make any sense at all is Destroy. But I think Destroy is fucked up, because I've stated from the beginning that I was really, really intent on making sure that the Geth were allowed to be a species, and that we would stop fucking them over. The Elusive Man control ending also seems bad. Because in that ending, you're basically ignoring the stated thesis of all 3 games to be like, oh no, it was fine, don't worry. You're not indoctrinated. Controlling the Reapers is totally possible. No problem whatsoever. Trust me. And that seems wrong to me. That seems like taking the entire... like one of the major themes of your trilogy, and at the last minute saying, oh, no, actually, it doesn't count. Don't worry about it. Nobody was ever... they were right all along. The Elusive Man had the right idea. Seems fucked up. I kind of like Synthesis, personally, because it's the one in which the Geth don't die, and it's also the weirdest one. So that my vote is officially for Synthesis, but given that I have seen these endings before, is there any in particular that you would really want?
I'm gonna say go for Synthesis, because Destroy is the canon ending, which fuck that, and Control is obviously stupid. Synthesis is also stupid, but it's not the Control ending, and it's not the canon ending.
Out of the 4 endings provided to you, right? Like, Synthesis seems like the marginally less stupid. But it's still a bad choice. Like, it's still imposing your will on the entire galaxy regardless of what they want, but it's the only one in which you don't, like, wipe out an entire species. Which has been something that we've been trying to avoid from the beginning. Also, what I would really like to do is... What I would really like to do is shoot Dirtchild in his ghost face. But that's a terrible ending, and it's very clearly put in there as like a fuck you for not liking our ending, we made you this bad one. So fuck it. This is for everybody. Everybody that we've lost along the way. Everybody that might have survived otherwise. Give some hope to someone. And again...
All fleets, the Crucible is armed. Disengage and head to the rendezvous point. I repeat, disengage and get the hell out of here.
I can't...
Jeff, we need to go.
Damn it.
I need to point out that this is the end of the game with all of the DLC. Like, this is the best possible version of the game's ending that there is, and it's still terrible. Also, the biggest fuck you out of everything, of course, is depending on which ending you change, mostly the color will change. We got the green ending. Destroy is red, Control is blue. Refusal, you don't get one. But we get some good music to see us out. Oh. And there's one other thing that I'd like to say about these endings. The reason that Destroy is the canon ending is because if you choose Destroy, there is a little tiny chance of a cutscene where Shepard will wake up in the rubble of the Citadel not having died, unlike all of the other endings where he does, or she does, in this case. And I think that also, like, robs this scene of all of its weight. And That ending is only possible. The ending where Shepard survives is only possible if you've done the Galaxy at War or multiplayer minigame bullshit, and you get your EMS high enough to the point where it's like maxing out the bar, right? If you had gone through all 3 games and made the correct choices all the way through and really maximized your playthrough, but you didn't play multiplayer and you chose one of these endings, your Shepard is still dead. It's fucking awful. But Bix, we did it! We saved as many people as we possibly could without their permission. You see? Everybody understands. Alright, well, I'll see you guys later. You go back to whatever black hole you crawled out of, and we'll all hang out on our own here. Oh shit, I forgot. I forgot about this. I forgot about this. Yo, the Normandy's awesome! You can do it, Jeff! I think the idea of circuitry laced like leaves is fucking awesome. Oh, there it is. Looks like everybody made it. Not only did everybody make it, but everybody's like all cyberneticed out. Oh. Hey, here's something really cool. This music track, this is by the same band that did the ending theme to Mass Effect 1. Which means it might get copyright claimed. I don't fucking know, but it's great. So, Bix, what did you think about Mass Effect 3?
I am alive.
That fucking sucked!
Synthetic and organic have been changed. The war is over, and the Reapers are helping to rebuild. Where once they threatened us with extinction, they now bring us the collective knowledge of the cultures that came before. As a galaxy,
you get your Fallout style slideshow ending of like, look at all of the choices you made. How did the galaxy turn out? It's Jacob! Get the fuck off my screen, Jacob! Samara, though.
Taking our first steps into a new and wonderful future, where synthetics can choose their own path without fear. With peace across the galaxy and with unlimited access to knowledge,
Baby Krogan! And a little kid Krogan, too, in the back.
To recover the greatness that was lost.
You know what? After everything else, though, this is...
And surpass it.
I'm happy that there is something of this. Tuchanka is getting rebuilt.
We will reclaim our worlds and the stars. As the line between synthetic and organic disappears, we may transcend mortality itself. To reach a level of existence I cannot even imagine. And we will remember that this chance for a new life did not come without cost.
Did Jack not get a transition?
No.
Oh my god, Jack didn't get a transition. That's fucked up. She is on the wall, though. It's under a pseudonym, but that is her. Oh man. I will forever mourn good old Baron O' Beef Dip. Commander Beef Dip.
No matter how far we advance, we will remember the sacrifices of those who made it possible.
Snake shows up, like, next to Liara, and he's like, anybody you recognize?
And we
shakes her head.
Shepard. Because of her, I am alive, and I am not alone.
Oh, this is a shot that was not in the game originally. We'll talk about that too. Yeah, okay. Good job, Casey Hudson. You fucked up. There's one really, really big thing that I neglected to mention here. Which is, in the original cut of the game, there was the overwhelming implication that it was a bit of a plot hole, where let's say you picked the destroy ending, right, and you wiped out all synthetic anything in the galaxy.
Yeah.
Well, that includes the Mass Effect relays, which means that when you saw the Normandy get like crash landed on that planet, originally they didn't have like the shot of them picking back up and flying away. The implication was that the Normandy just fucking crash landed on a planet and nobody knew what happened, and the story was like, well, maybe. We don't know. We never addressed what happened. What I'm saying is, it was bad. Like, the overwhelming implication when this game first came out was the fact that everybody might just die. Like, whether it be from, you know, starvation or supply lines being cut off from planet to planet over the galaxy, like, that's it. Everybody's fucked because, you know, it's gone, right? The extended DLC fixed that, but it couldn't fix everything. So yeah, but it's Mass Effect 3 is the grand conclusion to the trilogy. fucking nuts. It's absolutely crazy to me that, like, the first game is this like cozy kind of speculative sci-fi adventure game, right? With like, it's charming in how janky it can be and how its ambition like reaches far above what its budget can deliver. And then 2 comes out, and 2 fucking knocks it out of the park and gets you to like truly care about the universe that you live in and all these characters that you come to really love. And then 3 happens and it's like a complete mismanagement of the idea of what it was supposed to be from the beginning. And like an inherently, like truly depressing story that was largely incomplete when it came out. And even when it is complete, it's not good. Like, people will tell you, oh man, you know, Mass Effect 3, it was bad when it came out, but after all that DLC happened, they really turned that game around. And it's like, man, no, they kind of fucking didn't. It's not like a trash fire, but there are definitely parts of it that are on fire and smell like garbage. I also have no idea whether or not this music track will get me claimed, but yeah, no. What's your thinking here? What do you have on your mind, Bix?
I'm fucking angry and I wasn't even playing. I feel like I've been robbed of my time.
It feels like... What happened? You know what I... Like, what could have possibly happened?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you... Hold on. Yeah, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I'm gonna cut out the music and get...
Yeah, go ahead and mute that.
Yeah, there it is.
So what I'm thinking here, my thought process, is where did this organics and synthetics thing come from? It's a complete ass pull.
Okay, yes. So, much of Mass Effect 3, also for those of you watching on screen, go ahead and take a look here at the N7HQ Mass Effect website. So, I'm going to go ahead and log in here while we talk about this live. It's a complete ass pull. And it's an ass pull that comes out of the having to rewrite everything in the last, like, handful of, the last handful of months, right? Because, oh no, the internet found out what we were going to do with our space video game. So we better just, like, torch the entire thing.
Trash it.
Just burn it to the ground?
So for those of us who don't know, what was the original ending?
Okay, so the original ending was a lot of things. The original ending was basically...
You mean there was variety and context?
No, all of the variety and context comes from what we have now. The original ending was basically take the same events... Take all of the same events of, like, you go up, you finish Priority Earth, you go up to the laser, you get hit, and then you wake up in the Citadel, have that argument with the Elusive Man, and then talk to the Catalyst, and then make your final decision, right? All of that is the same. The difference is, you don't know anything about Leviathan. You don't know anything about where the Reapers came from. You don't know anything...
Okay, no, hold on. Back up. I think you misunderstood me.
Okay.
What was the original ending before it got leaked?
Oh, okay. So, the original ending was a bit looser. It's more of like... What was released was not like a completed draft, but it was, you know, it was headed in that direction, right? The biggest thing was, you remember back in Mass Effect 1 and Mass Effect 2...
There was something about a moon.
People kept talking about, like, how dark energy was expanding way too rapidly and that suns were going supernova and that shit was going crazy, right?
Yeah.
That was basically what it was centered around. Like, the Citadel and the catalyst. The catalyst is the big change. Catalyst did not exist. It was all about like the failure of the stars and these energy sources. And oh wait, we're coming back to it.
Yes, but some of the details have been lost in time. It all happened so very long ago.
When can I go to the stars?
One day, my sweet.
What will be there?
Anything you can imagine. Our galaxy has billions of stars. Each of those stars could have many worlds. Every world could be home to a different form of life. And every life is a special story of its own.
Tell me another story about the shepherd.
Fuck you!
It's getting late, but okay. One more story.
Oh my god! Congratulations on bringing an end to the Reaper threat. Commander Shepard has become a legend, and from here you can continue to build that legend. It's been a long journey for Shepard and for the team here at BioWare, and like Shepard, we couldn't have done it alone. The Mass Effect trilogy began as the vision of a small team, but over the years it has grown. That growth is fueled and shaped by the feedback and support of our player community. Thank you for joining us on this journey, and we look forward to sharing further adventures with you in Mass Effect Andromeda, the Mass Effect team. Tell me another story about the Shepherd.
As someone who has never before witnessed this trilogy, and this is my first time going through it, these are all original, like, first-time reactions. Everything that you have seen and everything that I have said up until this point has been genuine first impressions. Now that I have contextualized what I'm about to say, I'm going to say it. I'm trying very hard not to break something.
So, I think the Stargazer ending is okay. I should also point out the Stargazer ending there is part of the extended cut DLC. That was something that they added to somehow fix things, and it's fucking awful. You may have noted that the Stargazer is like an awful voice actor, right? Like those lines are very strange and delivered very strangely. There is a reason for that. And the reason for that is actually kind of a cool one, which is the Stargazer is voiced by Buzz Aldrin, who is not a voice actor. Yeah. But like, if you're going to get one dude to show up in Mass Effect and give that little speech, I can respect that. I think that's neat, right?
Yeah, fair enough.
And as a game that has you punching out reporters in every game, Buzz Aldrin is a pretty good choice. Because, hey, he did that. But yeah, Stargazer Ending is fucking awful. A 60-year-old man should probably never call a 12-year-old child my sweet, ever. It's terrible. It's just really awkward. But yeah, the ending to Mass Effect 3 is infamous. And this is kind of...
time has not done it any favors.
No. There are things that I could show you. There are different things there are different ways that I could take this conversation. One of them is the amount of mods that are out there that change the ending to this game are insane. There is one ending in particular that I can think of called the Mass Effect Happy Ending Overhaul, which I don't know the extent of what that mod does, but it changes quite a bit, right? It gives you like more dialogue and more stuff throughout the game, like incidental stuff, and little like things to pick up and read, right?
Right.
I think it also maybe changes the order of some of the stuff that happens in those final few cutscenes, because the way that things are framed and the way that things are put together in the end, it seems fucking bleak. And it seems broken and wrong in a lot of ways, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just nuts. So there's that. There is also a mod that I can think of that is the Indoctrination Theory ending, which kind of amps up some of those fan speculation bits and puts it all together and adds more stuff throughout the game. Again, I'm not somebody who thinks that the Indoctrination Theory is like the intended thing. As somebody who really likes, you know, I mean, fucking MGS2 is my favorite game, aside from maybe Pokemon Crystal. I like those fan theories, especially when they're more out there and more, like, low-key creepy. And Indoctrination Theory is one of those crazy crackpot ones up there with, like, Squall is Dead. But that mod exists as well. The other thing that I'll say is basically just the ending to this game is such a slap in the face and like a breach of trust, because they talked for the longest time about how Mass Effect 3, when you ended the trilogy, all of your choices would come together and matter, and how the whatever they did, it wouldn't be a binary choice that gave you a color ending, like what color ending do you want, and decide. Despite the fact that that's literally what they fucking did. Like, at least, like, people make fun of Deus Ex Human Revolution for having the button press and then the cutscene that plays over the credits or whatever. At least
and then in Mankind Divided, it just doesn't matter.
Yeah. And in Mass Effect, or sorry, in Human Revolution, at least they have fucking cutscenes that change. As opposed to just being like a blue light filter over it or whatever. But yeah, also, Mass Effect 4 was announced, and Liara is in that trailer, and you see like destroyed bits of Reaper on the ground. So it would appear that the canon ending for 3 is Destroy, which maybe they'll do that, or maybe they'll do the sequel thing where they somehow half-ass a version where everything happens. But you can't do that with this ending, because they're so fucking out there. Unless you do a Mass Effect game that's about, like, the multiverse. Like, what the fuck are you going to do, right? And there's only one ending in which Shepard even survives, and it's the Destroy ending. And most people didn't get it because you would have had to play the multiplayer and maxed out your score in order to get it. So, like, I'm excited for a fourth game because this is such a, like, 3 was such a publicized, unmitigated disaster that everybody knows, right? Everybody knows that 2 was the best one, and that 1 needed some changes to combat. But, okay, now that we're fully contextualized, I'd like to bring back that thing that I said a couple episodes ago, which is, people will tell you that, oh yeah, Mass Effect 3 is fine, just change the ending. And in Mass Effect 1, you need to do all this work too. And I'm like, motherfucker, I don't know if you've played these games. Mass Effect 1 is fine. It needs its combat and its inventory to be updated a little bit, but it's fine. Mass Effect 3 needs a top to bottom remake and rewrite. Like, you can keep some of those missions with, like, Tuchanka and Rannoch. You can keep some of those, like, set pieces. But if you were gonna remake any game in the trilogy, Mass Effect 3 needs it the most.
That whole overarching plot needs to go.
And it's just like so much was squandered, because if you remember back in the day, Mass Effect was like the biggest fucking franchise at that moment, right? Because the games were doing gangbusters and everybody was super excited, and it was like BioWare, they're the Dragon Age guys, there's the KOTOR guys, and suddenly they make a thing that's basically almost on par with Halo in terms of like just people playing it. And then...
And it just being ubiquitous and good.
Yeah. But then how do you go from Mass Effect 2 to Mass Effect 3? And then it's not even that, right? Because then you go from Mass Effect 3 to Mass Effect Andromeda. And Mass Effect Andromeda was such a publicized failure and like trash fire that they literally shelved the studio that was working on it and said, no. Mass Effect needs to go untouched for like 3 to 5 years before we can even think about doing something with this project again. Imagine you release a Halo game so bad that Bungie's like, there can't be another Halo for like 5 years. And the fucked up thing is, I still really like this galaxy and like all these characters. I'm still excited for that 4th game because everybody knew what happened.
You say that like it fucking changes anything.
There's hope in my heart, but...
Well, you're a fool.
Maybe. Totally. A fool in love with Mass Effect. But here, you know, at the end of the day, our Mass Effect 2 playthrough is easily the most, like, complete and together that I think I've been with a game, because it's, aside from, like, Twilight Princess and, like, Pokemon Crystal, probably, it's the game that I know the most, like, back to front, and just, I played it so many fucking times because it's that good, right? And I can go back and I can play Mass Effect 2 and be fine and pretend that we never got an ending. Like, if you have the mindset of saying Mass Effect 1 happened and then Mass Effect 2 happened, and boy, it sure is a shame that they never got to finish that trilogy, it's genuinely a better trilogy with a full third of it gone.
Yeah.
And it's not like 3 doesn't have these moments, right? Because you've got the Tuchanka stuff, which is awesome. That mission is great. And you've got
the Leviathan DLC, the Citadel DLC. You've got all that shit with Rannoch. That was cool.
And the Rannoch version that we saw is the worst one. Like, there's a version of that ending where you broker peace between Tali and Legion, and all of the Geth and all of the Quarians, and everybody lives together, right? And I got that when I first played this game, and it was for that reason that I was like, fuck no, I'm not going to choose the destroy ending and doom that piece that I worked 3 games to establish. Fuck you. For the record, the reason that we did not get a peaceful ending between the two of them, despite having both of their loyalty and having like Paragon and Renegade scores high enough, because back in Mass Effect 2, we chose to not destroy the heretics on the heretic base and leave them alive. And we also were unable to get Tali on the Admiralty board at the end of her loyalty quest. So both of those are like long-term fail states for lasting peace between the two of them. But otherwise, if you manage to do both of those, then congratulations, you've made it. Also, what the fuck? Jack didn't get a goodbye? At the end of the... Jacob got a goodbye, but Jack didn't? What the fuck?
Man, fuck this game.
Right? You know what I'm really excited about?
What?
I'm really excited about uninstalling Mass Effect 3 so that I can uninstall the Allot texture pack and I can uninstall the other mods and all the DLC and have like damn near 80 gigs worth of stuff back on my PC.
You should do that, and then you should install Risk of Rain 2, and we should play that so I can forget about this fucking garbage fire.
Risk of Rain 2 is pretty good.
Because that's what it is.
Like, okay, just before we head out, like one last time, it's... I brought you through this series, right?
You did.
And there's always been this looming shadow of, like, pop culture osmosis of, like, yeah, man, these games are really good, but wait until you get to that third one. And there's that nagging thought in the back of your head of, like, I don't know, these games are pretty okay. How bad could this third game possibly be? And then you watch the game happen, and you're like, holy shit. No wonder.
Let me tell you something, though.
Yeah.
The transition from Mass Effect 3 to the ending of Mass Effect 3 was like the transition from Mass Effect 2 to Mass Effect 3.
Right?
Just again.
I think...
And I'm going to tell you why.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you why. Because it does that Fallout 4 thing of here is some stupid logic that is just so heavily woven into the narrative that you can't escape having to choose a shitty ending.
You can't unwrite how badly this was written.
Exactly.
There are...
And guess what? I never finished that game.
There are 4 endings, and all of them are bad. Just consider that for a moment.
Okay, let me put a little asterisk on that.
Yeah.
I think that overall, the synthesis ending is not bad, but the logic that gets you there is unforgivable.
I think... Here's the thing. I think BioWare thinks that the synthesis ending is a bad ending, which is fucking crazy to me, because it's like... Are you willing to basically subjugate the entire galaxy and create lasting peace, but do it without anybody's permission and, like, permanently alter the DNA of literally everything in the galaxy? And it's like... Honestly, with the other choices you've given me, this seems like the most peaceful and humanitarian and, like... It's like the most Star Trek possible ending out of all 4 of them.
Absolutely.
Destroy is like the end of a Star Wars movie where you're like, wait, didn't Endor crash? Or didn't the Death Star crash into Endor and kill like 1 million fucking people? Are we not going to talk about that? What about all those fascists that are running around without an emperor? They're not suddenly not gonna have armor and guns. Wait, you just killed the Reapers? Okay, well, what about the Geth? I guess the Geth are dead. That's an entire species you just murdered. Isn't that bad?
Fuck the consequences.
Fuck the consequences. Your shepherd might live.
Fuck the consequences, says BioWare.
It's so bad, dude.
As they shove Mass Effect 3 out the door.
And here's the crazy thing also is a lot of this can't be there. Okay, I have 2 thoughts on this. One, a lot of this can't really be blamed on BioWare as much because this game had such a crazy development cycle and it was so rushed and under such stress and such like executive meddling from top to bottom that there's really not much they could have, like, there's not much that a worker could do, right? A lot of the problems I think that happen at the end of the game are, oh shit, the script leaked online. Casey Hudson is going to lock himself in his office with a pad and come out a week later and say this is the end of the game. And then when fans are like, yo, what about Indoctrination Theory? And then he goes on Twitter and he's like, yeah, Indoctrination Theory is pretty cool, but that's not what I wrote. That's fucked up. My second thought is, out of all 4 of the endings, none of them are like outright evil endings, which is weird to me because BioWare has a history of being really good at giving you an evil ending that is like unapologetically fucked up. Like Jade Empire has one, and I won't spoil it. KOTOR has one that's relatively famous. Dragon Age will allow you to be a total shitheel if you want. But because of the way that Shepard is written, like, you can't be... Like, a Renegade Shepard isn't evil. But there's also no real Renegade ending. There's no real Paragon ending, and there's no real Renegade ending. There's just 4 endings that all kind of suck somewhere in the middle.
You just get your stupid bullshit ending.
It's all really bad. Yeah, so that's Mass Effect. I was gonna say that's Mass Effect 3, but that's Mass Effect. Honestly, verdict's up in the air as to whether or not I will ever play Andromeda live. I don't think I will, because...
I don't think I want to.
It's very boring, like, it's funny to look at because it doesn't look very good. Yeah, it doesn't work very well. But it also, it's really taxing on the system because the Frostbite engine is like a piece of garbage. It makes really pretty games,
because they made it on Frostbite for some fucking reason.
Yeah, the game looks
When
pretty
they
when
already
you're
had
not
a
looking at humans.
good fucking code base that was on the Unreal Engine and worked fine.
Man, Mass Effect 3 literally could have just been like the assets from Mass Effect 2, but make the missions longer and make the connections between your choices matter in the end. That's all it needed to be, and it was not that.
Boy, was it not.
Oh boy. Hey, if any of you have happened to catch the finale, or if, 400 years in the future, and the new Reaper cycle begins again, and you find this playthrough on like a holotape after the end, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. I really, really hope that 4th game is good. At some point, I'm going to have that Commander Shepard helmet come in the mail, and I'll probably do like an unboxing video about it because it's going to be exciting for me. This game is fucking terrible. Mass Effect 1 is awesome. Mass Effect 2 is probably the best game BioWare's ever made. 3 is just bad.
As someone giving his honest-to-God first impressions of the trilogy, I hope my opinions cut as deep as they did on day 1.
Yeah, I mean, you also had that full experience of like, we start Mass Effect 1, and for like a solid 3 episodes, you're like, man, I don't fucking know about this game. This seems like it sucks. And then we go through it, and you're like, okay, we got some stuff. And then 2 is like this fun movie. And then 3 is like, I want my money back. Which is a hell of a thing to say considering how expensive this game is if you have the DLC. Anything you want to say before we leave?
Return to start square, do not pass go. Go back 99 spaces.
We've been Commander Shepard, and this is my least favorite game in the trilogy. I should go.
I should go.